Hi everybody, it's Honest John. When the Libertarian movement began, it was about individuals. And the idea that individual citizens should be as much as possible left alone by the government as long as they are not breaking the laws and harming other people is a very attractive idea. But corporations are not people. And the larger and more powerful a corporation is, the more harm it can do to the people around it. And there is no doubt that the libertarian movement has been hijacked by corporatists, the Koch brothers in particular. If you ask them, the Koch brothers will tell you that businesses should be left alone by the government and that the free market will somehow magically intervene to curb any excesses that businesses engage in. But if we look at reality, we'll see that the free market does nothing to prevent powerful corporations from harming us. Lax regulation of banks and Wall Street brokers resulted in the crash of 2008, which we're still digging ourselves out from under, and which cost millions of people their jobs, their houses, their livelihoods, everything. Lax regulation of the coal industry resulted in massive spills of toxic chemicals into the water supplies in West Virginia and South Carolina, which continue to endanger the health of thousands of individuals. Now, even though the water has been ruled safe to drink, there are still alarming amounts of toxic residues still left in the water supply. Left to their own devices, the oil industry regularly cuts corners and engages in negligent practices which have resulted in massive oil spills, most notably the one in the Gulf of Mexico, which have cost other businesses billions of dollars: fishing, tourism. And let's take a look at the record of the Koch brothers themselves. Most recently, in 2013, the Koch brothers trucked in tons of petroleum coke from the Canadian tar sands. And they just made huge piles of it outside, well, actually just on the outskirts of Detroit. They didn't even bother to cover the piles. They just piled it up there and left it. So when the wind blew, huge toxic clouds of this pet coke dust was blown into the neighborhoods around that area. The Koch brothers have also repeatedly, deliberately, and maliciously illegally dumped chemicals into the water supply, or sometimes just by the side of the road. The free market has never prevented the Koch brothers from poisoning the air and water of the people who live near their plants. These same Koch brothers have also stolen money from Native Americans and engaged in lots of sleazy behavior, both in the USA and abroad. In short, the best argument against corporate libertarianism, which is the philosophy the Koch brothers are the foremost proponents of, the best arguments against that are the Koch brothers. Thanks for listening.